You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clock in. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
What up, though, everybody? Hey, come on in. I see people already in the chat. Okay, let's see. The first person in the chat is Melissa. Hey, Melissa. You said, check your IG. Tony and I want to know if you join us tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to hit you up in the IG, okay? I'm going to definitely hit you up. And I would love to join you guys on the show. But y'all be talking about all that tax information and stuff. I don't know what I can offer on that part, but I would love to be on the show. So yeah, I'm going to check my IG and then I'll read it and then I'll hit you back. Because as far as I know, depending on what time y'all go live, I should be able to do it because I don't plan on going live to like 9 or 9:30 tomorrow night, and that'll be to review Sisters, the TV show Sisters. So that's like 9 or 9:30 tomorrow night. So depending if you guys going earlier than that, then I should be available. So I'm going to hit you up on the IG, and thanks for the invite. I appreciate it. I love to collaborate people. I love to have people on my show, on my platform, up on the screen with me, supporting each other. Us YouTubers, sticking together. We gotta stick together and support each other. So yeah, thank you so much for the invite. And welcome to the chat, everybody. Make sure you please like and share and subscribe the video. I was talking to somebody else today, I think it was my cousin, who wants me to start a new segment on my channel. And I kept telling him, why don't you start your own channel? Because I think that, he would do good for the content that he's trying to put out there. But he's like, nope. He said, I want to help somebody else's platform and give content to them to help their platform. He said, I just thought maybe you could use some more views. I said, who couldn't use some more views? But anyway, I haven't thought of a title for it, but it's going to have to do with fancy cars, car shows, and check cars and rims and systems and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be kind of like the hood table segment. I don't know what to name it. Maybe y'all can help me out and figure out what I should name it. But I do want my channel name to be in it, the hood table. I thought of stuff like ride with the hood table, or ride with the hood table, or something to do with cars or driving or riding, or something like that. So if y'all got any ideas, please let me know, because we did do one car show, but that was last year, and because of CVD-19, we haven't really been out there in the streets following other car shows and whatnot. But the last one we went to was really, really fun. So yeah, so that's another segment of the hood table that we'll have coming soon. But hey, Deborah, how you doing, fam? What's up, cousin? What up, Rello? Hope all is well with everybody. Again, everybody, make sure you like and share the video and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And you can follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and our website, thehoodtable.com. But anywho, tonight we're going to be reviewing Queen Sugar, season 5, episode 3, and it was titled Late April 2020. And basically, where they are right now in this show is literally where we was literally a year ago, with everybody hearing about the CVD-19 over across seas and trying to figure out what was it, is it a conspiracy? Where did it come from? Who started it? Why is it here? Stuff like that. So that's literally what they're going through on Queen Sugar right now. And the last episode, at the end, much of the nation, they were showing much of the nation was shutting down, St. Joe included. They were starting their 2-week shutdown due to the CBD-19. And as Aunt Vi and Ralph Angel and who was it? Aunt Vi and Ralph Angel and the others, most of them understood what was going on and why they had to shut down, but nobody was prepared, just like we were. Nobody was prepared or even knew what was yet to come. Nobody knew whether we was going to be at home for 2 weeks or 2 years. I sure was like, man, we gonna be stuck at home for like 2022, 2020. I didn't know, and I still don't know how long I'm gonna be, because I'd be doing my own little quarantine. Forget the rest of y'all. A lot of y'all out there at the gyms, at the clubs, and y'all just doing y'all normal thing while I'm still at home. Shut up in the house. But Nova and her man Calvin, they seem to be totally enjoying their quality quarantine time together. And even after the drama at the birthday party, that his wife created, they seem to have gotten closer, a lot closer if you ask me. Calvin has really been showing Nova that he's kind of like in it for the long run. He's in it for the long haul. He's even been supporting events and causes that are important to her community, such as the True Papers Good Neighbors program. And by now, again, this time of the year last year, a lot of people are beginning to lose their jobs, their income, their homes. So together, Nova, Calvin, and Aunt Vi have been getting food and supplies to those in need, especially the elderly. Hey, Miss Natalie Norlands, how you doing, love? Good to see you, boo. Yes, come on in. Make sure you can share the video. But yeah, so they've been trying to, help out those in the community, those who might be low on food supplies, who might not have family to be able to run out and drop them off some food. As far as Aunt Vi, her restaurant is closed for business. It was supposed to be closed for 2 weeks, and I think at this time it's been like 6 weeks at this time. And Hollywood's Club hasn't opened up anytime soon either. We know he was looking forward to that, but even though Aunt Vi can't sell her, good food, her pies and everything, she sure was not about to let that stuff go to waste. Again, she and Hollywood are helping Nova and Calvin put together, care packages for the community. And as long as they are being extra careful, masking up, washing those hands, doing contact-free deliveries, Charlie didn't see a problem with it. But what part did Nova understand, y'all? Instead of leaving Mr. Prosper's packages on his porch, she went all the way up in his crib and was trying to have like a long, drawn-out conversation with him. He's looking at her with his face covered like, why are you here? What are you doing? I'm going to just leave the shit at the door. He was looking at her like, girl, are you crazy? I'm elderly. Like, it's the elderly and those with underlying conditions, who are the ones who CBD-19 hit really hard. So he looking at her like, I ain't trying to be rude, but you know how we was in the store when they start putting out the social distance, stand 6 feet apart, and you see somebody, they come right behind you, like you can feel them breathing down your neck, and you looking at them like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why is you up on me? That's how he was looking at. That's exactly how he was looking at Nova. But as far as Prosper, man, poor Prosper. I feel so bad for him. He was just looking so sad, depressed, lonely, you name it. And this is exactly how it was and how it still is for some of the elderly, who live alone during these times. And I know some people are like, well, why hasn't anybody just taken him in? Why ain't nobody had him pack up stuff and, have him follow him to their house? But, even though that make him probably not so, Prosper is a very independent man who enjoys his freedom and being able to care for himself. Now, y'all remember when Charlie and Micah had took him in a while back, I think it was last season. Yeah, that didn't last too long. That didn't last too long at all. After a while, Mr. Prosper, he was back on crib, and he's so independent that he was getting tired and fed up with everybody checking on him. And granted, Times like those, that's when we're supposed to check on the sick, the shut in, the elderly, but still a lot of the elderly or the older folks, they desire to remain in their homes during their golden years. They like their peace, they like their privacy, and they like their space. So yeah, Prosper ain't trying to go nowhere. But he was ignoring phone call after phone call after phone call. He kept sending Hollywood and Nova the voicemail. That was, I believe, until he realized that if he did not answer that phone, everybody, and I do mean everybody, was about to be at his doorstep. So he answered that phone. I thought he was gonna, oh my God, did y'all cuss Nova out? You said exactly, yep. I just knew Prosper was going to cuss Nova out, or whoever was on the other end of that phone. But yeah, Nova called. He finally answered, and I just love how his spirits. His spirits just seemed to lift up. His face just brighten up. Not when he heard it was Nova on the phone, but when she said, I need some feedback on an article that I'm writing about the homeless, that right there did the trick. That definitely caught his attention, because this whole time, all Prosper has been doing is lying around and watching that depressing news. He's been hearing everything negative, just nothing but negative news, including how refrigerated trucks were being called in to hold all the bodies. And I know y'all remember that. I remember that. It kind of brought me back to like Hurricane Katrina, events like that, where they had so many bodies and they were just laying around rotting in the street, and they didn't have enough coroners, they didn't have enough ambulances, they didn't have enough funeral homes, they didn't have enough hearses, nobody to pick these people up. So they was just putting them in freezers and stuff, on the back of trucks. And it's really, really sad, because shouldn't nobody be treated that way. Shouldn't nobody be treated that way. But instead, of Nova this time saying, hey, how are you? How you feeling? Is everything all right, Prosper? Somebody finally said something meaningful to him. Well, or should I say more meaningful to him, which was, I need you. Like, I need you. Like, it feels good to be needed, don't it? Even when you're old. You might not can do much when you're old, but it does still feel good to be needed. But do y'all think that they might kill off Prosper? I really hope not, because he has always been one of my favorite characters in the show. And because, out of all the people in the parish, St. Joe Parish, all the people in the community, Prosper is like that one person left that the Borderlones all look up to as a father figure. So I really, really hope that they don't kill him off. But it is giving me that, tease, like they might be done with Prosper. I don't know. Y'all know. But anyway, Ralph, Angel, and Darla. Darla, man, dude, when she came through that door, it was kind of like deja vu. It was like a moment for me when she was talking about supplies and how hard it was at the stove. Everybody fighting over groceries, toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning supplies. And I'm like, oh my God, this is deja vu. Like, that's what it really feels like. And again, I done heard people say, why do these TV shows that are starting their seasons right now bringing us back to when CBD-19 first started? Like, people are like, I'm just trying to move on. I just, I'm like, but we're still dealing with it. So what do you mean? Like, the shows, even though they might have a 6 or 8 months hiatus in between, they do kind of pick off where they ended. So if it ended last year, they usually pick last year, where they ended. But anywho, I enjoy seeing it play out. But y'all, question: did y'all see Darla's stomach? Is it me? Did y'all see Darla's stomach? Like, she had on like was it a halter shirt, a midriff shirt, something like that. And you could see like her stomach, and it was protruding to me, giving me pregnancy tease, like as if she's a couple of months pregnant. Now, I could be wrong, But y'all let me know if y'all saw what I saw. And if she is in fact pregnant, I mean, if she isn't, yeah, it could be COVID weight. It could be COVID weight because everybody named mama done picked up some COVID weight over the last year. So it could be COVID weight. But if she is in fact pregnant, I wonder how they're going to handle an extra mouth. You know, and could that be possibly the reason why she all of a sudden picked up on sewing to maybe sew some baby beads or some little booties or something? Some little hats, some little quilts, some little blankies. Because have y'all ever seen Darla? Have y'all ever seen Darla do anything domestic? Period. Like, I think she's cooked a few times, but I think Rango usually does the cooking. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just, she's tired, she's bored, she want to pick up a hobby, and this, it could be a hobby that she's, or possibly a hobby turn hustle, because they could desperately use the money right now. We hear Ralph Angel say that the government wasn't any crop loans right now, but being that Raw, they both had, so the whole family, they didn't have so many ups and downs, with that land, with that property, the sugar mill. He's determined to make it through. And he, even when Darla suggested his sister, he got frustrated because he was like, hold up, I ain't trying to borrow no money from Charlie. You know how he be talking? I ain't trying to borrow no money from Charlie, Darla. I just love me some Ralph Angel. And he ain't trying to borrow no money from his sister Charlie, because, Charlie in the beginning, when he first said, I want the land, I want me and Blue to have a new start in life. I want my father's land. And at the beginning, he didn't have a pot to piss in. Okay. And Charlie was the one through, with her pocketbook helping him out to secure loans and things like that, to get the mill up and running. But he's not trying to rely on her every single time something is difficult. And according to him, if they can make it through this year, when the soil will be like 3 times richer next year, they'll be just fine. At least, let's hope so. But Ra also did have to call some of his employees. He did not like having to lay off his employees. And I'm sure he felt like he was probably giving them some false hopes, telling them, oh, we should be up and running soon. It should be only a few weeks, because who really knew how long everyone was going to be off of work? And there are some people who are still off of work. I mean, we about to get like our, third stimulus since the beginning of this, and hopefully it will be, they said 14, then I heard 7,000, then I heard 5,000, then I heard this, that, and the third. Child, they give me $5,000. Thank you, new Mr. President and Mrs. First Lady. But in the meantime and in between time, Darla's job laid her off due to around, I think she said 10 or 11 people caught CBD-19. And even some of Raw's employees tested positive for it. So right now, Raw, they're desperate. He's putting up one of his, I think one of his tractors. He put up one of his tractors. He wanted like 7.5. He ended up getting, what did he get? 7? No, I think he wanted 8.5 and he ended up getting 7. It was a little less than what he wanted, but it was still something. But, he's not trying to put up everything. He's not trying to sell everything. And Darla doesn't want him to sell everything too. And being that this family is really one resilient family, I don't think they will fail. In the long run, I really don't think they will fail. At least, I can't see them losing the farm or anything. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I don't know. Ross started applying for jobs in order to not sell off everything. And he said at his job interview, my money ain't only funny, it's hilarious. And man, have I had those moments. Man, coming up, being young, a young parent, having those moments where your money ain't only funny, it's hilarious. Like somebody would just be like, damn, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to sell, nothing to pawn, nothing to loan, nothing. But yeah, he was really gunning for that janitor's job, y'all. So hard that I started to feel sorry for him because I'm like, if this lady don't give him this job, because if it was me, if I was that lady, he would have been hired on the spot. He would have been so hired on the spot. No credentials would have been needed when I had the opportunity to look at that eye candy for 5 days a week. Eye candy that fine. I ain't doing no background check. I ain't doing no credit check. I ain't doing no urine test. I I can't be that fine that I can look at 5 days a week. I'll be like, you hired, when can you start? And I'll be hoping that he don't mind working overtime. Like, we got some extra, just make up some shit. Just make a mess all around that doggone nursing home. Or so he always got something to clean up. But anyway, what's up with Charlie, y'all, and her son, Micah? Micah, of course, is at home. Charlie, as we know, is very protective with her when it comes to her sons. I am with my sons. And right now, more than ever, she has to be really protective in order to keep him and her healthy. And, you know, that kind of was like another deja vu moment because of the fact my son was always trying to hook up with his friends. I'd be like, the news said, don't go around nobody. The news said, you stay out of big crowds. The news said, don't have no large gatherings. I'm telling him this every day. But Mom, I just want to play basketball. Mom, I just want to play football. Mom, I want to go to the gym. These young adults, they didn't understand. Hell, we didn't understand. We didn't understand, but we knew most parents, you know, we knew to put down. I told my son, if he came down with COVID, you stand right the hell where you at. If you caught COVID from your homies, from their friends, from their parents, whoever, you stand right where you at. And he got the message. So he stayed home, and he was home for months. And then finally I gave in a few times. Go play basketball or, you know, something like that. I'm like, okay, you got a couple hours. Get out the house and come right back. But yeah, so I know what Charlie is going through right now. But anyway, I had to put my foot down, and Charlie is putting her foot down as well. And just like any adult, you know, who's stuck at home, I mean, any young teenager or young adult who's stuck at home, every time, you know, Micah was on that phone. One minute he was telling her he broke up with Kiki, who he claims moved on to someone else. He was like, she got a new man. She left me. And then the next minute he was on the phone caking with somebody else. Now that got me to thinking. Was he following in his father's footsteps, Davis's footsteps, by cheating on his woman? Possibly. Or, did he honestly just happen to meet some new chick after Kiki left him? And why do y'all think Kiki left him? I don't know. I mean, we know that there was some distance. There is some distance between them. But let's not forget how Mike acted when he saw her speaking to another guy. So that led me to wonder if he probably hooked up with the girl he started dancing with out of jealousy or insecurity. Remember, we saw her over to the side talking to some dude, and smiling, laughing, you know. But then he, in return, turned around to some girl, and he was all on her, getting it, popping it all hard and shit. And Charlie, his mom, was looking at him like, what the hell? What in tarnations my son doing? With his girlfriend standing right there. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why they broke up. The real reason. But, one last thing I wanted to discuss. And that was Hollywood's mother. I will hope that she is really okay. Because just like Prosper, his mother kept insisting that she was doing great. She's doing fine. No need to worry. Keep your butt at home. Don't you drive up here. I'm doing fine. But do y'all think that something is definitely wrong? Like, I feel like something's off there. or is she just doing a prosper? Meaning she's just tired of answering the phone. She's tired of people checking in on her. She's really fine. Just leave me alone. I'm good. I'll call you if I need something. Because at one time he did get really concerned. He sent someone to tell her, and they did. But even though you told Hollywood everything okay with his mother, I'm just not so convinced. So y'all need to let me know how y'all feel about that. Do you think mother is fine? Oh, you shared it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. It looked as if I was freezing up. And y'all know when I'm freezing up, I don't like to freeze up. So I'm trying to see, did I freeze up? Okay. Ooh, I hate when the StreamYard does that. See, I'm getting so sick of StreamYard. Sometimes it just freezes up and it kind of like get a little glitchy and stuff. And I'm thinking of maybe even possibly switching to a different. Who was that? Was it Pretty Butterfly? Pretty Butterfly Stay Fly? Pretty Butterfly Stay Fly? I think that's who it was. She had said I was watching one of her videos and she had said she was trying a different streaming system. So I'm gonna have to hook up with her next time she go live or comment on one of her videos and ask her what was the name of it, because I'm thinking about trying a different streaming system. But anyway, we are back on track. So everybody, basically, that was all I had on this episode. Make sure if you come in late and you watch the replay, make sure you please like and share the video and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And again, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, IG, thehoodtable.com. And we still on stereo, y'all. I ain't doing much over there right now, but we still over there. And on that note, everybody, stay blessed, be safe. Always remain vigilant, y'all. And don't forget, keep it hood. Bye. Deuces.